Hey guys, welcome back. So today I've got my dice mold. I bought this back when I first got back into resin, and I haven't done them in forever. So we are going to try them today, but we're going to use the 4-hour fast cure, and I have 2 of them. So we're going to use the 4-hour fast cure, and I'm going to divide this. And I changed my mind. I was going to do a frog, and then I'm like, no, let's do something that we haven't done. So let's try to make these dice. Now the dice themselves, I was pretty good at no bubbles, but it was the top is where I would get my bubbles. So now that I've been doing this a little bit longer, maybe I can get some to like work fine. So I've mixed up like 4.5 ounces of the Let's Resin 4-hour fast cure. And just let me, I just want to get this paddle wiped off. So we're going to do, I'm going to split this in half, and we're going to do this Unicorn Art Peacock Green Magical Mica Powder. It's a sparkly. And then we're going to do the other one in the Eye Candy, whatever, Fuji, purple. So, and this is the resin that I'm using today. We're going to try this debubbler, because I want to see, I was so impressed with it. I want to see what it does on the 4-hour, the thicker, because I know that's, everybody usually has a hard time with that. So we're just going to see if it works. All right, so let's do, we'll split these kind of in half here. That's a little over 2. Because I had over poured just a little bit, so it wasn't quite 5, wasn't quite, you know. So we're just gonna make it work. All right. So look at this. This is so pretty. I think that will be enough in that one. And then we're gonna get some purple in this one. All right, we'll see how that goes. And I don't even remember how much these hold, so I'm thinking we're going to have some extra, is what I'm thinking. All right, so we're going to get this one in. Let's get this one stirred. All right. So I'm going to move this. So hopefully, I want to turn the lid so that you can, you know, kind of see it. Maybe I'll do it this way. Yeah, so at least then we can see one of the things. All right, so that's 5 minutes. So let's just see how this debubbles. Oh my gosh, guys, I made cowboy candy or candied jalapenos, whichever way you want to call it. I did that yesterday because I had like 10 jalapenos and a few serrano peppers. And I was like, I want to make something different. Oh my word, is that stuff good. So I cannot wait for the rest of my jalapenos to grow so I can make some more, because this jar is not gonna last. It is so good. So yeah, so if you guys, you know, if you want to see me make that, put it in the comments, and when I do make another batch, I will definitely make a video of it, because it was actually really easy and it's pretty versatile. You can switch it up all kinds of different ways. So yeah, so between doing that, getting some housework done, I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. And it's been hot but cloudy. Like, we've been having a lot of smoke. Well, it's definitely debubbling, guys, from the Canadian wildfires. So it's like every time I try to go outside and do something, my asthma acts up and I can't breathe, and I'm like, ugh. Wow, guys. Now, this is one of the reasons that I don't generally use the 4-hour fast cure, because it's so hard to get it to debubble. I'm gonna see how it looks when we get to the 1 minute mark, and I might add a little bit more time, because I do want this to debubble as much as I can. But I mean, look at that. That is rising, guys. I have never got my fast cure or any of the thicker resins in a regular like debubbler like this, and I don't have a vacuum chamber, so yeah, this would be amazing if, and it's like already starting to go back down. We've got 2 minutes left, and that's even with mica powder being in there. So wow. Wow, guys. After the way it debubbled the other one, I was pretty confident that it would do this thicker resin. So we got 1.5 minutes. I'm just gonna add another 30 seconds to it, just to really kind of give it a chance if there's any more bubbles in there. And that was like roughly 2.5 ounces in each cup. So that's pretty good, guys. Because that's, I mean, that was the main reason why I barely ever use, you know, the fast cure, because I could never get it to debubble. And usually if you're going to do the fast cure, it's because you're doing like a first layer and you want it to cure quicker so that you can put the final coat on. So this is going to be amazing. And I mean, I'm sure there'll still be a few bubbles, but if we can get the bulk of them out, that is definitely gonna be worth it. So we've got like 40 seconds left, guys. So all right. And then once that's done, I will we'll get it out. I'll get this out of my way, and then we will get these poured. So usually it's when I take them out, it's here is where my bubbles occur. Not so much, you know, in the dice, but I mean, I get a few bubbles, but 3, 2, 1. There we go. So once that degasses, I'll take the cover off and we will see how this looks. Looks pretty amazing to me, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. Let me just move this. So I didn't put this in its permanent home yet because I did want to try this with you guys and show you. So, yeah, now I'll just get it set up where its permanent home is going to be. But look, guys. I mean, a few tiny little bubbles on the surface, but nothing major. Yay! All right, so we're going to do, I'm going to pour, and I am going to get this rubber, one. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have some extras, but so I'm going to get them about halfway full, and then I'm going to take my little spatula thingy-ding. I'm going to spray some alcohol in there. Whoa. That middle dice is the one that usually comes out the best out of all of the dice. All right. So I just want to like go over where the numbers and stuff are. To try to make sure that there's like no little bubble kind of hanging out, sneaking in there. And I'm just trying to like rub some of the resin like around where some of the other numbers are gonna be. And then I'll have to do this again once I fill them. All right, so let's now this whole top is going to get full of resin. So this is messy, but if I could get them to come out good, I know my granddaughter would be happy. Oh. All right. All right. I think I have enough in there. So now this is the part that I don't want bubbles around those numbers. So I'm just going to just kind of coat it. All right. Let me just take my pokey stick here. And then we can color the numbers after they come out. Because I think when I did this before, I didn't pour resin on this lid. And that might have been why I had some problems, but I'm going to do my best to, we'll see how this one goes. All right, so this lines up with that. I'm just going to thin this out, because I don't want it to like squeeze out over the edges if I can help it. All right, so we put that in there and that little hole, and then kind of like do the taco method. And like I said, it's gonna be messy. All right. Okay. And they look pretty good on top. All right. So we have still got 1 ounce in there. So there's something in this one. A piece of resin or something. Get out of there. There we go. So I'm gonna fill these ones maybe a little bit higher and then kind of go over the numbers. Ooh. So maybe I'll just fill these and not do what I did with the blue, so we can see if it works or not. I might just kind of run my finger over it a little bit. Ooh. All right. All right, and then I'm gonna figure out what I can do with 2 ounces. Oh. Whoa. All right. So I'm gonna spray this. I'll just pour a little bit and then we'll just see which way kind of worked better with more or less. All right, so get the little hole there and there. And then I'm just gonna kind of do like a taco and let one side down. And then the other side. All right. So it made a little less of a mess that way, but we'll see when it comes out. All right. So we have those. This is still looking good. Okay, so I literally have like 2 ounces. So, what? I don't know what this little guy holds. You can't hold too much, right? I thought I saw a hair. That's why I was... This is one of the little gnomes. I think this is the one with the flowers. So I'm just gonna... crud. Oh, my husband must have just got home from work. All right, so I'll probably just have to mix up another ounce. Yeah. All right, so I will just mix up another ounce, get this poured, and then we will be back on demold, guys. Be right back. Alrighty, guys. These are all cured. So I did pop them in the curing machine for an hour. I did not debubble this last little bit. So, but this came out really, really good. So I debubbled this, but I did not debubble this. And look, you can see the bubbles in this. So it did work debubbling the 4-hour fast cure. All right, let's hope. And I had to put this because I had some resin there that was... All right, so let's just... get this. Oh. Uh-oh. All right, let's... So we have a few little bubbles there, but the rest of these dice came out pretty good. So there are a few little micro bubbles on there. We have one bigger bubble here, but let's just get them all out and we will look at them. All right. But this is 4-hour fast cure, guys. So far, I am really, really impressed. We have no bubbles on our numbers. We have a few micro bubbles on that top number, but that's it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to make some more of these. And I do have a holder for these. So maybe on the next video, we will make the holders. And again, micro bubbles only on that top piece. But they came out way better than my first attempt. I will tell you that right now. And that's the top one. Let me see here. I got a sticky spot. All right, so those came out good. And this peeled off really easy. All right, let's just put this back together. All right, so that was the one that we had poured more of the resin on the lid. All right, so let's just see what this one turned out like. And we gotta and this one actually has a lot less micro bubbles. I don't know if you can see that, but everything else came out really, really good. Okay, so let's just pop these out. So we've just got to figure out that top little bit. I mean, everything else is coming out fantastic. It's just that top number that has a little bit of bubbles in it. But, all right, let's just... pop that on there. All right, let me grab, let me see. I'm gonna do like a black and a white. I'm thinking we'll do white on these, black on these. All right, so this is you can see the little tiny micro bubbles, but all right, and then all right. All right, so this is the smaller dice. So we're just gonna kind of fill these in, and then I'm gonna take a wet paper towel and we're gonna wipe this extra off. I got black all over my hands. So what I'll do is I'm just going to do a few on camera, and then I will kind of do the rest off camera. And then I'll come back and show you the finished pieces. So these, you know, they're a little fiddly, but, you know, they still are a little soft, but and then I'll just, and I think this is going to be the worst dice out of all of them to do. All right, so let me get a paper towel here. Kind of clean my fingers. So look at that. That actually looks really, really good. So we have our, oh, I forgot that number. All right, so that's the black. Let's do, so let's do the white. All right, I'm gonna finish this one, but I'm gonna try my other, let me try the acrylic markers and see if those work any better. Do I have a white? That's, and I do I do. I do. All right, so let's see. We have the fine tip and this. All right, so let's just see. This works any easier. All right, let me try the other tip. No. All right. All right. So let me get these all done and then I will be back and show you the finished product. All right, so these took a little bit, but they came out pretty good. So these are the dice. These are with the white. And then these are with the black. And then I just gave some white flowers, put a few little green dots on his hat, and that was it. So that is today's video, guys. But that's the difference between debubbling the 4-hour fast cure, debubbling it, and not debubbling it. So I wanted to see if there was going to be a difference, and there is a drastic difference. So yeah, so if you guys have been holding off, not wanting to get the debubbler because it doesn't do it on the thick resins, the new Let's Resin debubbler does work, guys. Yeah, so now I've got to go get the paint off my fingers and go make some dinner. So I will see you guys all on the next one. The link for it will be in the description below, as well as a discount code if you did want to get yourself one. I will see if I can find the link to buy these as well, in case, you know, it's something you wanted to do. Alrighty, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.